Southampton have shown quite a lot of ambition in the transfer window this summer. They've bought Dejan Lovren from Lyon, a Croatian defender who's played in the Champions League, and Victor Wanyama as well from Celtic, who was linked with quite a few big clubs and has ended up at Southampton, so they'll be expecting big things from him. The worry that you might have is that a lot of his reputation has been built on that impressive game he had against Barcelona when Celtic beat him in the group stage last season. There was an interesting quote from a former opposition manager of Celtic, I think the former Kilmarnock manager Kenny Shiels, who was saying that when his team used to play Celtic, they used to let Wanyama do what he wanted because they knew that sooner rather than later he would give the ball away. So Southampton fans will be hoping that's not the case. It's an interesting signing though, because you wonder quite where he's going to slot into midfield, because last season Morgan Schneiderlin and Jack Cork were very, very good for Southampton. Schneiderlin was probably one of the standout players in the league, so Wanyama will have probably a battle on his hands to get into that side. Rickie Lambert gives Southampton something different because they've got a lot of very nice players, but he's someone who can mix it up, and you know he's a target for them in the box. But I don't think we should just portray him as a big lump. You know, some of his free kicks were fantastic last season, and he's a good finisher, and he had 9 assists as well. So I think again, people, especially Southampton fans, will be pressing for him to be in that World Cup squad for England. I think Southampton should probably be looking at pushing on from where they were last season, looking for probably a top 10 place. At the same time, we've seen a lot of teams suffer from the fabled second season syndrome, and the only problem I had with Southampton last season was sometimes in the games where, especially at home, where you expect them to win, they struggled to break sides down. There were defeats to the likes of QPR and Sunderland at home, which were something of a surprise, but again, that's something they need to avoid this season because it's looking like a strong league to me.